Have you ever wondered how cell decides what leaves or what enters in it? Why doesn't everything get mixed up inside our body? Today we will understand the security gate of the cell membrane. And don't worry, I will explain this in the simplest way possible. Welcome to NeoGen. Have you ever wondered how a teeny cell stays safe from the outside environment? Because of the cell membrane outside of it. Imagine it like a balloon. The balloon skins protects everything inside it. The cell membrane works exactly like the balloon skin. It protects everything that is inside our cell. The cell membrane is just like the house fence and the security gate. It protects the cell from the outside world, just like the house protects you from the outside world. Now we will talk about the cell membrane. It has two layers. Now let's see. The first layer is like this and the second one is this. It has heads and tails in it. The cell membrane is like this. Yeah, and it has the heads like this outside of the cell membrane. Yeah, in that way. And it has the legs like this. This is the simple structure of cell membrane that contains the heads on the outer side of the membrane and the legs on the inner side of the membrane. These layers are called lipid bilayer, which we have drawn this. This is called lipid bilayer because you can see there is the two layer in cell membrane. That's why it's called lipid bilayer. Now let's move forward. As you can see there is heads and tails. Now one thing you have to remember. And what is the thing? The thing is that these heads, these heads are polar, means these heads loves water. Yeah, H2O. H2O. These heads loves water. But the tails, these tails hates it. These are the non-polar. As you can see here is written the head that loves water and the tail that hates water. You can see that. Now we will move forward. And it also have protein guards. Let's see. These bilayers has protein guards between them. What is the use of that protein? That protein is for the supply chain system. The things moves inside or outside from the cell with the help of this protein. Okay. These proteins sits in the membrane and it act like the security guard and gates. I will show you the structure of the bilipid layer with the protein inside it. Just 1 second. As you can see here on the screen, this is the bilipid structure of the cell membrane. You can see on the right side this is a cell. Oh, I'm sorry. On the right hand side, this is the cell. On the left side you can see the heads and the tails. Head is polar, means head loves water, and the tails are non-polar, means it hates water. Now this structure will make you clear. This is the lipid bilayer of the cell membrane. As you can see, there is a two layer, and you can see the head from in the outer side, on the outer side, and the leg in the inner side. Now the main important thing here is the protein. As you can see, That protein is for the movement of the particles from inside the cell or the outside the cell. There are multiple proteins in it. You can see these are the proteins for the movement of the particle. Now you understand why the proteins and all the things are there in the cell membrane. These protein gates are like certain things for in and out. This makes membrane selectively permeable. The main property of the membrane is that it is selectively permeable. This selectively permeable means cell only allows certain things to go outside the cell or come inside the cell. This is why call it selectively permeable. It selects only certain things. Okay. Why this cell membrane is very important? Because this is very important for life's balance. It controls water. It also gets food and removes waste outside the cell. That's why it is very important. Without this special skin, cell couldn't live. It's a vital for all living things. Vital means it is very important for all living things, for you and me, for animals and plants. Now let's move to the quick recap. The first one is this is the cell's outer layer. Yeah, this protects the skin of the cell, and it is also a bilayer. As you can see, it is also is like a sandwich. You will know exactly it's like a sandwich. It's a lipid bilayer. It also have protein gates. Why these proteins are important? Because these controls the substance which go inside or outside of the cell. Cell membrane is very selectively permeable, and this is the very important property of the cell membrane. It selects or allows minimal things, very certain things to go inside or go outside of the cell. That's why it is selectively permeable. Okay, selectively permeable. And the fifth one is it keeps cells alive. If cell membrane will not work, the cells will collapse. The cell will go like this. Cell will go like this. It will collapse. So the cell membrane protects the cell from collapsing. It maintains the structure of the cell. That is the circle structure. Okay. So if you understand this topic, comment for the next one and subscribe the channel for the amazing videos.